Hey everyone, this is Reggie Pegues coming to you from the NYC, as you can see. Queens, New York to be exact. And today we're going to continue our series, You Are Worthy. And today we're going to talk about the two most powerful words in the spoken language. In any language, these are the two most powerful words ever spoken. So you might imagine, hey Marilyn, how you doing? Good to join you. Thank you for joining. We're going to talk about the two most powerful words in any spoken language. You might be asking yourself, Reggie, what are those words? The two most powerful spoken words in any language, it happen to be the words I am. So you might say, Reggie, what does this have to do with me being worthy? What does this have to do with what we talked about yesterday about negative messages and conversations that we have with ourselves, opposed to having positive conversation with ourselves? Well, first and foremost, we know that we went over yesterday that we have at least 50,000 internal conversations with ourselves each and every day. And we also know that 80% of that 50,000, those conversations that we might have or statements that we might make are negative. So what this series is about and what my goal is about is to share with you some of the things that I'm learning, that I'm using myself to help you turn that around, to help you give yourself a fighting chance to have a better, more productive, longer life. Because what we think and what we say impacts everything, not just our environment, but it dramatically affects our health. How is this so? Many times we allow ourselves to get upset, angry, and mad. And when we do that, our body produces acid. Scientifically, it's been proven when a person is really upset, if you drew blood from that person at that particular moment and injected it into a pig or any kind of animal, the acid is so toxified that it would kill that animal. That's how strong and how powerful our body is. But if we don't regulate our thought process, if we don't regulate what comes out of our mouth, we put ourselves at a great disadvantage and at great harm. So, I was listening to Bishop T.D. Jakes this morning, and he said something that was very apropos and very profound, which is the enemy doesn't have to physically bind us up. All he has to do is bind up our mind. How does he do that? He binds up our mind with stress. He binds up our mind with worry. He binds our mind up with concerns. And he thinks and has us to think that we are not in control and we don't have solutions. So, again, you say, Reggie, I am. How are those the two most powerful words in any spoken language? Well, it's been proven that anything that follows I am will come to pass surely in your life, positive or negative. If you wake up every morning and say, I am broke, that energy is going to attract lack in your life. But conversely, if you wake up in the morning and say, I'm wealthy, your energy will attract that also. Biblically, in scripture, we call those things that be not as though they were. What does that mean? That is when we make a positive expression outward, even though we may not see it in the natural eye, but by faith, we believe it to come to pass in our lives. So we must get up every day. First and foremost, as we said yesterday, being 100% responsible for ourselves. Accepting the responsibility that whatever our life is right now, whatever you have going on in your life right now, are the results of the thoughts that you had. Your thoughts are powerful. You have to look at your thoughts like radio waves, okay? The radio is an amazing thing. Wireless is an amazing thing. Marconi did a great thing when he invented the radio. If you don't know who Marconi is, you can Google him. But when he created that, he was able to transmit messages through the airwaves from a place to a receiver. Our brains are the strongest and the biggest receivers ever created. So we ask ourselves, why do these things happen to us? Because we attract them with our thoughts and our words. So starting today, I want you to take the time. Hey, Reggie Gunner, good to see you. I want you to take the time today to be very mindful and very careful about what it is that you say about yourself. I want you to understand starting today that whatever follows your I am is going to come to pass. Now, you may be in a place right now in your life where you may think that nothing is going right. Nothing is positive in your life. But are you taking responsibility for creating that atmosphere? Because we need to know the world is set up to make you negative. The world is set up to keep you at a disadvantage. The enemy knows that if he can capture your mind, he captures the rest of you. So you have to be able to condition your thoughts to such a way that you capture the negative thoughts and you replace it with a positive thought. So what we're going to do today, today's exercise, yesterday was the mirror exercise. Today what we're going to do, I want you guys to make a list of 5 negative things that you got going on in your life. Something that you may speak about or something that you're unhappy about, something that you want to change. I want you to take those 5 things and I want you to write them down. Once you write them down, I want you to do this. I want you to take your time, think about it, and I want you to write down 5 positive things that you're going to say each and every day to change those 5 negative things. Now, I'm not telling you stuff that I don't do myself. And these are practices and things that I'm sharing with you are practices that I'm learning from my money mentor and from my other mentors and other successful people. I used to have a terrible time with 2 things in my life. One was reading. I deplored reading. I couldn't stand it. But then when I realized, hey, April, how you doing? Good to see you. When I realized that by me not reading, it was keeping me from information that I needed to get to where I claimed that I wanted to be. You cannot, there's an old saying, you cannot get to where you're going standing in the same place. So how do we advance ourselves? We advance ourselves by number 1, taking full responsibility for ourselves, our actions, our environment, everything that's connected to us. Because whatever you have going on in your life right now is the result of a thought that you had. Every great thing that you see, every invention that you see, anything that you could touch, feel, sense, everything starts with a thought. But how are you manifesting your thoughts? Are you speaking positively over yourself or are you speaking negative? So you're going to take 5 negative things that you've been doing and dealing with each and every day. And you're going to write them down. And then you're going to take the time to develop 5 statements, 5 positive statements that you're going to use to replace those statements. And you're going to look at it each and every day and you're going to replace them. And you're going to just say those things out loud to yourself each and every day. Hey, Kim Clark, nice to see you. And you're going to do this each and every day until you build it up and it becomes natural. Now, it is clinically proven that a thing does not become a habit until you've repeated it at least 18 to 21 times consecutively. So if you miss a day, start back at 1 and build up. If you can go to 30 days, even better. If you can make it a regular habit, but if you start doing this today, it will become a positive habit. So the 2 most powerful words in any spoken language are I am. Coincidentally, isn't that the same way God refers to himself in the Bible? He says that he is the great I am. How powerful is that? So you're lining yourself up with infinite wisdom when you utilize the words I am and you follow it with something positive. I am blessed. I am healthy. I am prosperous. I am a good father. I am a good mother. I am a good husband. I am a good wife. I am rich. I am prosperous. I'm out. Whatever you do after I am will come to pass. Now, let's be clear about it. You may be making these statements, these affirmations, but it may not be what's going on in your present right now. But here's the thing about the subconscious mind. If you supplant positive thoughts from negative thoughts, your subconscious mind will start seeking out the positive thing that links up to your positive thought. understand something, and I'm going to close with this. Understand something. Your subconscious mind doesn't care about what you feed it. You say, Reggie, what do you mean? You can either give your subconscious mind good thoughts or bad thoughts, but whatever you feed it, positive or negative, that's what it's going to go to work on. So, it behooves you to take the time to feed it positive thoughts. It takes just as much effort to feed your mind something positive as opposed to something negative. What's a suggestion? How can we do this? You can go, like I said yesterday, we are surrounded by more information than we've ever been in our life. You can Google, you can go on YouTube. Anything that you want to know, you can find out. But instead of going to bed at night watching the news and all that horror, mayhem, murder, and killing, and then going to bed and letting your subconscious mind work on that, how about going to bed a little bit earlier, go on YouTube, find something that you can connect to, and listen to something positive before you go to sleep. Or, in my case, with some other people, how about you can study the Bible or just read a scripture every night, but feed yourself something positive to go to bed with. Feed your body something nourishing that it can work with. So when you get up in the morning, you feel refreshed, you feel like you got a good night's sleep, and you feel that you're accomplishing something. So again, to sum up and to recap what we're talking about, the two most powerful words in the spoken language are the words I am. Be sure to make sure that whatever comes behind your I ams is something positive. If you start to hear yourself and you become more conscious of the negativity that follows your I am, stop yourselves right there, make the correction, make the change, and go forward. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes patience, but you can do it, okay? Again, recapping the assignment for today is you're going to write down 5 negative things, and you're going to replace those 5 negative things with 5 positive things, and you're going to make sure every day in the morning and before you go to bed at night, you look at those things, you read them, and you say them out loud so you can hear it, so you can get the positivity into your body and into your subconscious. Also, yesterday, if you started out and you were here yesterday, again, this started out as a YouTube video, and we moved it over to Facebook Live. If you followed me yesterday, I gave you an exercise about getting into the mirror and having a conversation with yourself, okay? Go over to my YouTube channel, Hollis205. Click the subscribe button so you can get more content from me. And if you missed yesterday, you can either go on my wall or you can catch the video over there. Do me a favor, hit the notification button here so you know when I come on. Like and share this video with your friends. And I want you guys to know you're worthy. But if you don't think so, nobody else will. On that note, I want you to know I love you. I want God to continue to bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.